Hello there, Libra. Today we're going to do a love reading for you. Oh, this already fell out. So this is a little different. I want to know, we're going to get all up in your person's business here. I want to know what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they're hiding from you, their intentions, all of that good stuff. So here we go. First card that flew out here is disagreement. So obviously you guys have had a disagreement. This is probably a no contact situation. They do feel a sense of bond with you, a soul tie, and they definitely have a whole lot of chemistry for you. Let me do another card since the other one just kind of flew out. Yeah, they feel a little bit detached right now because of this situation that's going on between the two of you. And they may have checked out for a little bit and just kind of like, obviously we're doing a no contact situation here, but definitely a big disagreement happened between the two of you and they don't like how things ended. So, oh boy, here we go, Libra. Let's do this. All right, so we're going to start out with your energy, or actually your partner, your person's energy. Talk about what they're thinking, what they're hiding from you. If there's any lies, we're going to find out today. All right, let's do this. Move this out of the way. And let's do last card over there. All right, here we go. Bottom of the deck here is the Six of Wands. All right, so there may have been a little bit of a celebration, reception. Maybe that's where this event happened. But definitely there's a situation where this person is kind of front and center and being recognized, right? So he's getting a lot of attention. But what that has to do with anything, I don't know. We'll see. All right, so here's the overall energy with this person. Yeah, they feel a sense of loss here. This disagreement was so big for them that they really are walking away with their head down because they just feel very much at a loss, right? This created such an event for them that they are feeling really insecure as far as this relationship is concerned and where it's headed. Yeah, and here they kind of just, I don't know, maybe it seems as if they are burying their heads in their work. And, so you might have this situation going on. I mean, somebody that doesn't really want to confront their true feelings. So again, big disagreement. They're kind of burying themselves in work. And we've got here the Queen of Pentacles. The energy of the Queen of Pentacles here is someone who is, now this is the richest queen in the tarot, right? She is very resourceful and incredibly intuitive as well. They like to present themselves outward, right? And they care about their appearance. They care about, what other people think of them, that sort of thing. But they're also quite comforting. They like to give. They're the types of people that if you went over to their house, they're the ones that are going to make sure that you're totally comfortable. So very hospitable type of person. And that's what they want the world to see them as, is somebody, they don't like to feel ashamed, right? And so maybe you guys had a disagreement in public. And, now they're worried about reputation, right? They worry about people gossiping. And this is something that's really hurt them very deeply. And, they're having to deal with these emotions that, that really cut pretty deep to them, right? Let's find out what happened just in the recent past. Yeah, you guys were a match, right? And, this person really sees you as someone who really sees the world the way they do. They see that there's equality in the relationship, and they truly, felt like you had a bond, like a true attraction for one another. And I think that's why they feel such a huge loss in this situation, because they see you, Two of Cups, that's next to the Lovers, that's the other card of union, right? And where this is headed, Queen of Cups, as far as the future is concerned, more love between the two of you. I see nothing but love here, and love and stability. But obviously you guys have had a misunderstanding, breakdown probably in communication. And what's happening here is you're dealing with somebody who is incredibly, probably very, very sensitive, right? Not just somebody who wants stability, but somebody that's actually quite sensitive, okay? And they're kind of a fast mover, they got a lot of stuff going on and they want to move through this. They feel a sense of huge loss and despair, sadness, pain, right? And they want to get over it. Right? On the outside, they want to show the world that they're not affected, right? Because they're the Queen of Pentacles. They want perfection. They want to show the world that they're not affected, but truly they are. They're hurting inside. And they want to move through this situation quickly. They want to resolve it because they really don't like how things ended or how the last interaction you guys had. It really is not sitting well with them. they'd like to expand and further, you know, this relationship, obviously. Kind of, oh, I don't read upside down. I don't read reversals. I don't like things upside down because it just confabulates everything. I think that our reading here is pretty straightforward enough. But anyways, yeah, so they're planning something here. They're planning probably how to come towards you, how to approach you, how to fix this situation. Because again, you've got the Queen of Pentacles here. They're trying really, really hard to come to some sort of resolution here, right? So they're planning. You know, they're going to come to you with an offer, right? They're trying to figure out how to do that, though. What they're worried about, what they're hopeful for, is that you two get back together, right? That maybe there's still love between the two of you, but they're also very afraid that, you know, they may get hurt again, right? And here, the outcome is a lot of grieving. They still haven't dealt with things. This is what's happening, you know, in their world, is that there's going to be, I have a feeling that, Libra, you may come up with your own decision as to whether or not this is going to move forward. And I see a lot of grieving here on their part. They really do not just feel lost, but there is some grieving here. And when it's upside down like that, to me, that just senses that, you know, they're refusing to see things any other way. Because with this card, this is a card of grieving, but it's also a card about, you know, learning the lesson of just not focusing on things that are lost, right? Spilled milk. This is about turning around, changing perspective, picking these cups up that are still full and walking away and making do with what still is good, right? Picking up the pieces. But when it's upside down like that, you know, to me, that signifies that the person is being stubborn and refusing to see that there's still goodness here. You still have these two cups that are upright. But when it's down like this, to me, that signifies that the person is just being stubborn and does not want to see things in a different way. And of course, because they have this terrible sense of loss. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and clarify. There's a lot of clarifiers that I want here. I want to clarify this 10 of Swords here. I know that they feel a lot of hurt and despair here, but I just want to know, you know, what else are they feeling? This one fell out. You've got the Three of Cups. They're turning to their friends, you know, or to somebody, a third party, right? Because this is the area that's being kept from you, that you don't know about, that there's this celebration or friendship, but there is a third party here that they may be confiding in because they are so hurt, right? They may be using this person as somebody, almost like an emotional kind of relationship or something, turning to them because they hurt so badly. So, all right, let's clarify that some more. Yeah, and this individual that's probably around this person is very strong, you know, incredibly attractive and confident, and, you know, just kind of like forceful in that they have such confidence that they're able to really see that this person, your person, is in despair. And so they know, because remember, these are the witches of the tarot, and they're attractive. They know exactly how to kind of maneuver their way into a situation to really take somebody's guard down and you know, and get close to them. So just be aware of that. There might be a third party there that this person, your person, is kind of confiding in, right? All right, let's talk about here the Five of Pentacles here. The Five of Pentacles. Why do we have the Five of Pentacles here? Okay, so there was this loss. However, with this loss comes opportunity, right? The problem here, the message is this person is all about just the grieving and the loss, but really the message here is that things will turn up. Everything will be okay. Whatever loss was created between the two of you, Libra, it's going to turn out okay, right? There's hope. There's hope. And really, I mean, the Sun card is everything. It's the most powerful card. All right, let's clarify here the Chariot. This is how they're coming up as. You know, remember earlier I said that, you know, this individual wants to move forward. They want to be done with this. Let's see what this is all about. Why is the Chariot here? Yeah, they want to come forward and almost like rekindle, start something new, kind of bring a little bit of passion in this relationship, something inspiring to kind of bring you two together and hopefully, you know, start over and rekindle the relationship, right? Because you've got the Ace of Cups and you've got the Two of Cups. This person really feels a sense of attraction to you. They really see you as somewhat of like a soulmate. And so they're going to come at you with a little bit of passion, attraction, intention, right? All right. I want to clarify that some more. Yeah. And they want to lay down the future with you. And here again, you've got the Queen of Pentacles, and that's an earth sign, and then you've got the Knight of Pentacles. They want to think things thoroughly and make sure that the connection that you two have is solid, and they want to plan for the future, lay down the seeds and plan for the future, something a little bit more stable, almost just to show you that they're really committed to you. Okay, but be careful here. Make sure that they are. It's okay to confide in a friend, but that's, you know, we don't want to cross those lines. All right, let's clarify that Five of Cups there. What's with the Five of Cups? Why is that there? Okay. Yeah, Five of Cups, they're in their heads. They're thinking about all the different possibilities, right? That this can go sideways, but obviously they need to get out of their own heads, and they need to really kind of make a decision here. Are they going to come back to you? Are they going to, you know, try to reconcile with you, try to communicate a little bit better with you, or are they just going to sit here and stay with their heads in the cloud and be all, you know, grieving about the situation, right? That's kind of a wet blanket. I hate to say that, but, you know, yeah, it's one thing to grieve, but really, you know, sometimes you just have to take the reins and make a decision if you're going to go forward or not. So yeah, bottom of the deck here, you've got the Knight of Cups. They do want to offer you something, maybe a rekindling of your love or of your union. They want to come back probably with an apology, but they just don't know how, right? They don't want to get hurt anymore. They don't want to be embarrassed, right? If you did have, you know, an altercation, say in public, or if there's gossip around this current situation, right? All right, so let's see what they're thinking. Let's see what they're thinking. What do they feel about this relationship? Do they still feel the same? Or do they have animosity about this? Inseparable, yeah. So here, to clarify the Two of Cups, he still, or she, still feels that you two are inseparable, and that, you know, despite this no contact situation, there is chemistry there is love, there's affection. So they do feel quite deeply for you. So let's go ahead and clarify here. I want to clarify the Five of Cups over there. Why is that there? What are they really feeling? Because obviously they're grieving. They feel a sense of loss. They feel really sad. Why do they feel that way? Damage. Yeah, they know that this huge disagreement that you had really damaged your relationship, damaged both of you, right, to the point that you're hurting. And they miss you. They want to be with you. They miss you, but they don't know. They may be wondering if it's too far gone, you know, if what happened between the two of you has made it so that this no contact situation is permanent. They do want to fix things with you, and they want to be able to connect with you a little bit more. But here's the thing, the overall energy, like I said, was the Five of Pentacles over here. I want to know a little bit more about that. So why is the Five of Pentacles here, which is, you know, the overall energy? Because there is a loss that's going on there. They feel very insecure about the current situation. Yeah, see, what did I say earlier? The Queen of Pentacles does not like gossip. So this disagreement you had, whether it was in public or something like that, they're worried about the gossip, right? Remember earlier we talked about that disagreement. Yeah, and and maybe there was a lot of shouting. I mean, it was obviously very, very loud or something like that. I'm hearing a really loud noise, but this disagreement you guys had, it made them really retract and step back and really kind of look at the situation and their role in the situation and what's caused this breakdown between the two of you. I want to know about this, the Three of Cups. Is there a third party? Forgiveness. They want you to forgive them. They're struggling to get over the past. Huh, interesting. Libra, did you do something? What's your role in it? Yeah, they're reminiscing about the past. I want to know about this Three of Cups. Why is the Three of Cups there? Is this a third-party situation? Or is it just purely friendship? Purely friendship, overwhelmed. No, they're pretty stressed out. And they're really having to confide in friends. But I want to know, is that it? Do they still love you? Do they still feel the same way towards you? Escape. I left when things got hard. They feel broken and shattered. Yeah, they still want to be with you. I think that this person that they're turning to is just friends. Yeah. Lying, I ripped us apart. Huh. Well, are they lying about this thing that they're hiding? Because this is the stuff, this is the area where, you know, they hide things. So there was some dishonesty between that this person committed caused a disagreement between the two of you. This disagreement was likely very showy, very obvious to people, and it really caused them to feel a sense of loss. They're still grieving. They want to be with you. They really see you as a soul connection. They see you as somebody they want to be with. They're confiding in this third person. But unfortunately, you are not going to have it, right, Libra? But they do really feel a certain amount of connection to you. They want to lay down a future and make a better commitment to you, but I don't know if that's something that you want. Yeah, see, commitment. They want a better commitment with you. And they want to reunite with you. And they daydream about you. So yeah, I mean, there has been some dishonesty here, Libra. You know, this is how I see it. Take it as how you see it. Make a decision. They want a new chapter in their lives. They want to try to move on. All right, so they may be kind of considering at this point, I don't know how long you guys have been apart, but one of you is considering moving forward, that basically you guys can't get back together because whatever this dishonesty is that caused the disagreement was so big that they don't feel that they can return to the relationship, and that's why it's causing so much grief and heartache and insecurity in the relationship. Okay, Libra, so hopefully this was helpful for you. This is what's going on in their minds, in their world. So I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. I love you. Bye-bye.